As a dedicated fan of Heartstopper, I must say that the casting for this series is nothing short of remarkable. Each actor brings their unique charm and talent to the table, breathing life into the characters we've grown to love. From Alice Oseman's novels, after quite some time, Heartstopper has dominated online conversations and has finally given us a new season for at last. The wait is concluded as we welcome season 3 on our screens today. Back in October 2023, it was confirmed that the third season of the Netflix show had begun filming. Our beloved characters are returning to continue exploring the heartwarming relationship between Nick and Charlie in a new chapter of their love story. In the upcoming series, we'll witness the flowering of Nick and Charlie's romance while also tracking the journeys of our cherished group of characters as they experience the ups and downs of adolescence. Besides Sebastian Croft and Olivia Colman, many familiar faces will reappear on screen. Moreover, we have some thrilling newcomers to look forward to, including Jonathan Bailey, Haley Atwell, and Annie Marson, who are set to make guest appearances in the upcoming cast. Keen to know more? Read on for everything you need to know about the Heartstopper Season 3 cast. Heartstopper Season 3 cast. As a diehard fan of Heartstopper, here's my take on the upcoming Season 3. Read more about the other major players below. Kit Connor plays Nick Nelson. Who is Nick Nelson? Nick Nelson is the fellow pupil attending the same grammar school as Charlie Spring. They first encounter each other at the onset of season 1, having not interacted before due to their disparate ages and distinct social groups. Nick is well known for being an outstanding member of the school's rugby team and has a bright sports career ahead. He develops a liking for Charlie after getting acquainted with him in class, but the intensity of his feelings makes him confront some challenging personal issues, eventually with his bisexuality, to his mother. And Connor mentioned that the moment he revealed himself to his mother was a truly significant and beautiful event for him. Now he finds himself facing what appears to be an enormous challenge, gradually disclosing this aspect of his life to the other important individuals in it. Additionally, the spectators begin to understand more about Nick's familial background as we meet his father and his elder brother. However, they remain somewhat enigmatic figures in Nick's eyes, apart from his role as a young Elton John and Rocket Man. Kit Connor lends his voice to Pan, the demon of Lyra Belacqua, in the BBC drama His Dark Materials. Prior to these roles, he has made appearances in TV series such as SSGB, War and Peace, and Grantchester. Yasmin Finney plays Elle Argent. Elle is a friend of Charlie and Tal, who happens to be transgender. She had to switch schools due to harsh treatment from both students and teachers. Fortunately, her situation has significantly improved since she joined an all-girls school where she found companionship with fellow LGBT friends, Kara and Darcy. In the second season, Elle will grapple with uncertainties about her future, possibly pursuing a relationship with Tao and considering higher education opportunities. This season, Finney noted Elle is experiencing a great deal of feelings due to her incredibly nurturing and compassionate nature. And she's overly concerned in many aspects, such as what others think of her, her relationship with Tao, and the outcomes of her endeavors. Uh, Essentially, she cares about everything excessively, besides Heartstopper. What other productions has Yasmin Finney been part of? Um, Previously, she gained recognition through her TikTok posts. Later, she appeared in the cast of the 60th anniversary specials of Doctor Who, portraying the character named Rose. Um, Joe Locke plays Charlie Spring, who is Charlie Spring. In time, Charlie embarks on a hidden and harmful relationship with Ben Hope, a student hiding his sexuality. This relationship concludes when he meets Nick Nelson, a rugby player, in his form tutor group. Immediately, there's a powerful connection between them, which blossoms into friendship and eventually romance as the school year progresses. In the second season, it's made official that they are boyfriends, but not everyone knows about it yet. And Charlie is deeply concerned about Nick experiencing similar pain as he did, and he's willing to sacrifice his own mental well-being to shield him from harm. Locke noted that the most noticeable aspect about Charlie's tale this year is a newfound open self-assurance, not only in himself, but also in his relationship. In the first season, Charlie carried an understated self-assurance. He even mustered the courage to ask Nick out, among other bold moves, which I believe require great bravery. However, as we move into season 2, we witness a different side of Charlie, a more spirited and assertive one. I find it truly engaging to witness someone who firmly upholds their convictions, and it's simply captivating. Not only is he evolving significantly, but so are all the other characters in this series. It's a delight to be part of their journey as they mature, growing alongside them. That apart from Heartstopper, where Joe Locke made his screen debut, what other productions has he been a part of? He is currently featured in Marvel's Agatha All Along, and had his Broadway debut this year in Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street. Portraying the character, Rab, the character is William Gao plays Tao Shu. Who does the name Tao Shu refer to? It tells me that on Saturday that James had done, and it does not take their sense. And he becomes cautious when Nick starts hanging out with Charlie, fearing that he might exploit Charlie's kindness. Typically, Tao is quick to worry about anything that could potentially harm the friendship circle he deeply values. And in season 2, his bond with longtime friend Elle undergoes changes as they ponder over whether a romantic relationship would be suitable given their history. According to Gao, Tao undergoes significant maturation as he explores and understands his emotions and the reasons behind them. This development is further intertwined with his journey with Elle, creating a heartwarming narrative of their relationship's evolution. Throughout the series, we witness their love grow with a few bumps in the road, but these are valuable lessons. I believe that by the end of this season, Tao has grown significantly, learning a lot about himself, and as a result, he emerges as a more mature and introspective individual compared to his earlier self. What else has William Gao been in? This is William Gao's on-screen debut. Jack Barton plays David Nelson. David is known as Nick's elder brother and a college student. He harbors homophobic beliefs, which lead him to create problems when he learns about his brother dating a male companion. Has Jack Barton made any other appearances? Yes, he has been seen in The Letter for the King, The Pursuit of Love, and War of the Worlds. Furthermore, he is set to appear in the second season of Sass Rogue Heroes as well, and in case or Karina Brown plays Tara Jones. What can be said about Tara Jones is that she's a student at the school where Elle attends, an all-girls institution. Upon meeting Elle one morning, Ara and her girlfriend Darcy quickly establish a strong bond with Elle, forming a tight-knit circle of friends. For quite some time now, their relationship as a couple has been out in the open. However, they could work on improving their communication dynamics, and so, as a devoted cinema enthusiast, I'd put it this way. For the longest time, Tara and Darcy have been in a relationship among our show's couples without explicitly declaring their love for each other. However, one day, Tara accidentally slips up and utters those three powerful words. But when Darcy doesn't reciprocate, this unexpected moment sends both of them into a whirlwind, causing them to doubt each other's feelings. Absolutely, it's not like Heartstopper for things to go smoothly all the time, pointingness or well. Instead, Tara and Darcy still have significant lessons to understand about one another before their bond can reach new heights. Has Karina Brown been in anything else aside from My Murder on BBC Three and Doctors? Kizzy Edgell plays Darcy Olsen. Who is Darcy? She's Tara's partner, recognized for her eccentric and candid demeanor. Yet her frequent reliance on humor masks deeper struggles, which will be delved into during season 2, concerning her challenging family background. Edgell praises Darcy, stating that she's admirable because she's not at all confused about herself, not the chorus arm. And he expresses that knowing who you are and seeing someone so confident in their identity, unaffected by others' opinions, is truly remarkable. It's refreshing that she explicitly uses the term lesbian instead of phrases like a girl who likes girls. In this context, the term lesbian holds significant importance for me, since it's often perceived negatively. What else has Kizzy Edgell been in? This is Edgell's on-screen debut. Cormac Hyde Corrin plays Harry Green. Who does Harry represent? Harry is a schoolboy at Troom Grammar School for Boys who often torments Charlie and Tao with offensive remarks, some of which are discriminatory towards their sexual orientation. Originally, Nick found himself associating with him due to their shared involvement in the rugby team, but he has since severed all connections as an act of solidarity toward Charlie Heards, and he says, what else has Cormac Hyde Corrin been in? This is Hyde Corrin's on-screen debut. Toby Donovan plays Isaac, who is the person known as Isaac. He is one of Charlie's close companions, frequently seen with him, Cow and Elle. Unlike the other group members, he tends to be quieter and prefers reading over attending lively parties. But the creator, Alice Oseman, has revealed that Isaac identifies as asexual, which will play a significant role in the upcoming season 2. What else has Toby Donovan been in? Heartstopper is also Donovan's on-screen debut. Rhea Norwood plays Imogen. In simpler terms, Imogen is a classmate of Nick's at the girls' grammar school who has had feelings for him in the past. I don't think of the similar single of that kind of road that Spaces. They had to make it a similar. However, Nick hasn't openly declared his bisexuality to her yet. What other productions has Rhea Norwood appeared in? She has acted in Channel 4's Consent, the sequel of Your Christmas or Mine 2 on Amazon Prime, and also the short film titled Killing Them with Kindness. Jenny Walser plays Tori Spring, and the Tori Spring is Charlie's elder sister, known for being rather reserved yet deeply interested in his life happenings. She serves as the primary character in Alice Oseman's book, Solitaire, a story that unfolds prior to the events depicted in Heartstopper. Has Jenny Walser appeared in any other shows or productions aside from Call the Midwife BBC drama season 10 in 2021. Fiseo Akinad plays Mr. Ajayi. Is Mr. Ajayi known as? Mr. Ajayi serves as the art instructor at Charlie's school, and he is also part of the LGBTQ plus community. He takes care of Charlie and permits him to have lunch in the art classroom on occasions when he encounters bullying in the playground. Has Fisayo Akinad appeared in any other productions? Yes, his previous roles include The Personal History of David Copperfield, Silent Witness, and the zombie series The Girl with All the Gifts. He also played Dean Munro in Russell T Davies' dramas Cucumber and Banana. More recently, he made a guest appearance in Atlanta season 3 and had a recurring role in Dangerous Liaisons. Nimet Talagani plays Mr. Farouk. What is Mr. Farouk? known as. He's the latest addition to Tromboy School, where his commanding voice always manages to quiet even the most unruly students. Uh, he forms a bond with Mr. Ajayi when they both are tasked with chaperoning a group of students on a trip to Paris. Um, has Nima Talagani acted in any other shows besides Casualty, Danny Boy, and the ITV's true crime adaptation, Hatton Garden? And then it was another seven men, Nelson, seven men in Goddess. Uh, uh, Stefan Nelson is the father of Nick, who spent most of his growing up years without him, as Stefan lived in France and didn't maintain frequent communication. Has Thibaut de Montelembre been featured in any other productions, you might wonder? Well, he gained recognition among UK audiences for his role in the hit comedy series Call My Agent. Additionally, he appeared in this year's Academy Award nominee All Quiet on the Western Front and The King, starring Timothy Chalamet. Ash Self plays Felix. Who is Felix? Felix is a trans student at an art college that Elle is considering applying to. I'm relatively new to the world of acting, but I've been making strides in building a following on social media by sharing my journey as a trans and disabled individual. Um, um, and additionally, I'm dabbling in stand-up comedy as well, exploring another creative outlet. Um, um, Belle Priestley plays Naomi. Who is Naomi? She is another transgender student attending the same art college as Elle and Patrick. And that's one of my junior stories of the core of Naomi quickly forms a bond with Elle based on their share experiences as trans individuals, uh, creating a strong bond of friendship and support. As a passionate film fan here, I've been following Belle Priestley's career quite closely. Apart from her captivating performances on screen, she has also made a significant impact off screen with her active social media presence, particularly on TikTok, where she shares her inspiring journey during her transition process. And so if you're curious about what else Belle has been involved in, I highly recommend checking out her online platforms for more insights. Layla Khan plays Sahad Khan. Who is Sahar? She's the student from Higgs Girls School that joins forces with Tara, Darcy, and Elle to organize a grand school prom. What else has Layla Khan been in? Heartstopper is Khan's on-screen debut. Bradley Riches plays James McEwen. Who is James McEwen? James is a Truham student with a crush on Isaac. And so, as a movie lover, I've got to share that Bradley Riches is also gracing our screens for the first time in Heartstopper. It's an ideal introduction. Dara Hand plays Michael Holden. Who is the person known as Michael Holden? He is often characterized as an unusual and optimistic individual with uh, a cheerful demeanor. In the books authored by Oseman, Michael serves as a romantic interest for Charlie's older sister. And in a post on Instagram, Oseman expressed it was tough to discover someone who embodied Michael from the books authentically. However, when Dara arrived, he won our hearts, had us all laughing heartily, and wonderfully complimented Jenny Walser's portrayal of Tori Spring. Have there been any other productions or roles that Derek Hand has been involved in? Um, in his latest ventures, he played Kylock in Silent Witness and Leo in Grace. And more recently, he took on the character of Marcus Rashford in the stage play Dear England. Um, Haley Atwell plays Aunt Diane. In the books by Oseman, we learn that Diane is Nick's maternal aunt, and as depicted in the comics, she encourages Nick to take his friend Charlie with him to Menorca the following year. Besides her role in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Haley Atwell has also been seen in other productions. Most notably, she played Peggy Carter in Agent Carter and the Captain America movies, as well as Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. She will also lend her voice to the lead character in the upcoming animated series Tomb Raider, The Legend of Lara Croft. Jonathan Bailey plays Jack Maddox. Who is Jack Maddox? He can be characterized as a classic Instagram user, and it seems that Charlie harbors a small affection for him. What other shows or movies has Jonathan Bailey appeared in? In this sentence, I have used a more conversational tone and rephrased the original question to make it sound less formal. Eddie Marsan plays Jeff. Who is Jeff, you ask? Well, he happens to be Charlie Stardust. And given that season 3 delves deeper into Charlie's eating disorder, it's likely we'll see good old Jeff again, blending a helping the hand as Charlie navigates his recovery journey. And it's starting apart from Ray Donovan, Eddie Marsan has also appeared in projects such as The Thief, His Wife, and The Canoe, The Power, Back to Black, and Supercell. He has a diverse acting portfolio that spans numerous films. Heartstopper Season 3 is now available to stream on Netflix, along with Seasons 1 and 2.